crack open the Jefferson's Reserve and taste it.
Yeah.
You know, and because this is one where it's lower in proof, but I'd love to see your comparison between the Jefferson's Reserve and the Weller, because you can buy this one.
That's a beautiful bourbon. I love that. The one time I had this before, we were on the road with Amy Helm and her road manager, super sweet guy. He knew we were bourbon fans, and he brought a bottle of Jefferson Reserve. I think it's the first time I had it, and yeah, that was that one went down well. It feels like they're from the same realm to me. I don't know what the mash bill is on a Jefferson's Reserve.
So Jefferson's Reserve, the bottle that you have is a composite of several different distilleries.
Gotcha.
Jefferson's is a classic, really good non-distiller producer for the majority of their liquid, and Trey Zollers and Chester Zoller, or Chet Zoller, would go out and they would acquire barrels from other distilleries and mingle them into their own unique product. And Trey's got a really good palate. He's
That's
really,
really
really
nice.
good at blending.
Yeah,
and
it's for a 90, it's got it doesn't give up. Like it stays with you. I don't know how similar they all are, but I get a lot of tobacco out of that. There's a nice. I love a good spicy bourbon too. So there's some for a 90 that feels like it's got a lot going on. That's nice.
So it looks like you got a contender here up against the Weller, or is the Weller still just a touch better for you?
Yeah, let me go back.
As you're doing that, I'd love for you to think back to all the various bands that you've been in, and talk about the bourbon scene from each one. How did you how was the bourbon scene? Like, I've been on the tour buses, and some of them are pretty well stocked, and some of them are just they're hopeless. But I'm curious to know.
Traveling with the Allman Brothers, when I joined in '99, it was very much no alcohol backstage, no nothing. It was really keeping Greg and Dickie moving down the road. You did, and so the longer I was there, the more I realized, you can sneak something in your bunk. You just don't want to leave things out. So the bourbon scene was whatever I had with me, which was usually whatever single barrel I could find. Like there was, I think there was a Wild Turkey single barrel that I used to get.
Kentucky Spirit.
That's it. Yeah, Kentucky Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Those were things I would kind of bring on the road. But there was no real bourbon scene on that tour unless I went out and found people. Our tour bus, once we got our bus, we kept it pretty stocked. The Clapton tour was also wasn't a lot of alcohol in that tour either. So there was definitely long spells of just drinking it.
Well, Eric Clapton's super sober. He's someone to hold up. So
yeah, no, it's incredible. I mean, he's we saw him not too long ago. Earlier this year, we were in London, and went out and saw him, and he's just a super together guy, and good for him, because a lot of people from his era didn't make it out so well, and oddly enough, one of the other guys that really seemed to make it out well is Steve Winwood, who really loves good wine and good cigars. So I guess you can, as long as you keep it in check.
Yeah.
There's different ways to skin a cat. So.